Hello everyone, Simus here, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved. Unfortunately, I have some very sad news to share with you guys today. Um, Unfortunately, Yakul is no longer with us. The eternal flame at our little altar will be burning a little bit brighter today. Unfortunately, what happened was we were out on a scouting mission in the snow biome. We had not actually found an Alpha Rex or anything. We had cleared the entire biome, so we were actually on our way home, but what happened was, at some point between entering the snow biome and finishing our sweep, a level 60 Giga had either chased something or fallen off the slope of White Sky Peak, and actually it ended up by the river where essentially where we needed to cross to get out of the snow and start heading home. Now, unfortunately, we were running downhill very low on stamina after being chased by a pack of wolves. We came out of the trees and basically ran straight into this Giga. To his credit, Yakul was not one-shot by the level 60 Giga. He actually took 2 hits, and then the third hit killed us both. So, unfortunately, we have lost our favorite scout mount. He was very loyal and will be greatly missed. Um, After that little incident, I decided to just go ahead and it took about 6 cycles of destroying all wild dinosaurs, but I have managed to spawn in an Alpha Rex. I know where it is, so um, we just have to do essentially last preparations on our way to go out and fight it, essentially. As you can see, I did name our 2 Brontos. We have Gaia and Thunder. A little bit cliche, but I couldn't think of anything better, and I just want to make sure they have names before we go into battle with them. The only thing is, I have literally no idea what level the Alpha T-Rex is at, so I'm not sure if it's something we'll even be able to take down. I'm not too worried about a lower level Alpha Rex, but if it's a 100 plus Alpha, we are going to be having a very difficult time. But unfortunately, I don't actually have the supplies to tame another elk to go scouting with. Um, when I died with Yakul, we did have all of our good gear on us, so I lost both of my good crossbows. I lost my metal hatchet, my metal pick, my GPS, my spyglass, so we are basically going to be flying blind until I get replacements. But today we are basically working on our final preparations, and within the next episode or 2, we will be going into battle against the Alpha Rex. And actually, you know what, since I can actually, all we really need I think is crystal to, let me take a look here. I'm just trying to think about the easiest way to wood, hide, fiber, and crystal. I think we have most of that. Um, I may actually have some leftover crystal somewhere. Fiber, hide. You know what? Let's go check and see what we have for reserves at base here. If we do, what I'm going to do is I'll bring our Gallimimus across and we'll use that to go scout out the Alpha Rex and see what level it is if I can make this spyglass. I really don't like using Gallimimus that much. They're really, really fragile. Um, Elks have higher base HP and much, much better stamina. And our Gallimimus is a really low level. Yakul was a pretty good level. So overall, I'd have to treat him as essentially a disposable mount, which is really unfortunate. That's just the way it is. But if we actually encounter anything strong, we're not going to have that much of a chance. But he is the only really fast animal I have left in the stable, since we do have that very bad habit of losing many animals in this playthrough. Because I don't lose animals this often in normal Ark playthroughs, but um, I don't know, it's just a combination of luck, bad decisions, and Ark being Ark. But for now, let's see if we can just go ahead and actually make another spyglass. Because I don't actually remember if I had spare crystal or not. I do, so we can make one. So we just need some wood. I'm sure I have some somewhere in this mess. There we go. Feel free to actually work. Thank you. Okay. So we've got that at least. I'm going to put all this back in case we end up needing to make another one. So let's go ahead and grab our Gallimimus. I did lose all of my fur gear as well. We were in the snow. Really unfortunate turn of events, but what are you going to do? So hopefully our Gallimimus is actually up to the task, because I just don't have a lot of confidence in being able to really safely move back and forth, but we'll see. I think the main problem I have with these guys is that the very first Gallimimus I ever tamed died like the very first time I took it out. We got kind of... hate it when they fling you off like that. But we got trapped between um, a Bronto and a T-Rex, and we were kind of stuck between like a rock and a tree, and it was over so fast. Like, that galley did not have a chance. It was really unfortunate, because it was the very first day they released. I had gone out and found one almost immediately, so it was just not a good situation for anybody. But hopefully this galley, I guess we'll name it since we're going to use it. I'm really bad about naming animals because I just don't have any good ideas for names. I am trying to think of a good theme for our next playthrough so that this won't be a huge issue. But for now, we're just going to have to go with what we get. I am really hoping these two Brontos are going to be enough, since we lost so much gear and I have literally no supplies to replace either Bronto if we lose them. So honestly, regardless of whether we win or lose, I do think the Alpha Rex is going to be the end of this playthrough. If we do lose, I may consider revisiting this type of challenge in the future when more animals have been released and the game is more balanced and all that. We'll come back and do another run and see if we're a little more successful. But for right now, look at how low the health on these things is. But since I do know where to find it, this is really helpful. Let me show you this. If you need to look and find an animal, you can use this command. It's the cheat get all state, and you put in the animal ID of the animal you're looking for, and you hit enter. Nothing shows up, but when you go into tab and you bring it up, you will actually be able to see it. And actually, we now have 2 Alpha Rexes on the island right now, because it lists them individually. We actually started out with just 1, so I guess if the alpha that I did find is too high of a level for me to be taking on confidently, we can go and see what that other Alpha Rex is at. I will have to do that off camera because I was using spectate mode to find it. But basically, um, I'm just not entirely sure that we could take a 100 plus Alpha Rex with what we've got because I'm not super familiar with the nerf stats, basically. And like I said, they're not nerf stats anymore, they're the base stats. But essentially, uh, I don't have a very good baseline for how strong things are because the only alphas I've killed on the new base stats are the ones we've killed in this playthrough. And you really cannot compare an Alpha Raptor or a Carno to an Alpha Rex. That was not what I wanted to do at all, but whatever, we're just gonna go this way. That's my other thing with the Gallimimus, is that they are really not agile at all. That's one of the best things about Jakku. We really don't need any of this anymore. That's okay though. That was the Bunny Dodo pen. Is that they're not that agile, and that's one of the main reasons why I like Yakul so much, is that he was super duper agile, and it was really unfortunate that that Giga, it caught up to us in about 3 steps. Like, we could not get away from it. So basically, the only way to lose one if you aggro it is to get it stuck on something or redirect its attention. Unfortunately, it had already eaten everything in the area, and there was just nothing because we were right at the edge of the river, pretty much. So that was just really unfortunate. Actually, I think this... There we go. Their hitbox is a lot like Pear's. It's really, really finicky, so you can't always... But on the bright side, unlike Megaloceros, you can actually harvest with them, so you don't have to get their food for them. The alpha that I did find originally is up here at Forest Peak, so we're actually already halfway there. Get out of here. I'm stuck on it. Ooh. That wasn't exactly what I had intended to do, but that works. Because galleys are non-combat mounts, I would not be taking one into battle. I've tried it, like I was jokingly talking about getting some more galleys up. It's just not possible. They're too fragile, their hitbox is incredibly bad, and they just don't do any damage, really. So that's just not worth it. I mean, I was having trouble killing Delos. Delos! They're one of the easiest things to kill if you don't have like a pack of them. So there's that. I don't dislike Gallimimus, I really don't. But after this playthrough, I really like elks. I'll definitely be getting one for the next season if the opportunity comes up. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of planning. We are probably gonna have some egg farms and whatnot going on, maybe. I haven't quite decided yet. So basically we need to go up this slope. And my main concern is that I have no idea how far down the slope the Alpha Rex went. It was about halfway when I saw it. But if you've seen an Alpha before, they move very, very fast. Ooh, that scared me. I think that's just... I thought that was a footstep, and now we're stuck. Nope, worse, that was a raptor. And we're getting stuck on every single rock, which is totally not what I intended. This is really not good because we're right near the Alpha Rex. Alright, so there is the Alpha. So the trick is going to be actually getting a look at it without aggroing one of the other things that's around here. It was just in here. I have to go a little bit closer. I don't want to get too close because I'm not sure how far away they aggro from. Usually if I find an Alpha Rex, it's with my Spinos on the other server and I just charge into it because my Spinos don't care. They will eat any Alpha Rex any day. Oh. Male Alpha T-Rex, level 12. You know what? I feel pretty good about a level 12 Alpha T-Rex. I think we can take it. The main problem is going to be actually getting the Brontos up here. As you can see, even the Gallimimus is having some issues. I wasn't kidding. They're not agile. They run very fast, but only in a straight line. So level 12, that's, I won't call it a guaranteed win because you can't really make predictions. But I will say that I like our chances. That's what I'm gonna go with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remake my tools and my gear and get the Brontos moving, and we're basically going to be heading out to kill an Alpha Rex very soon. The only thing that kind of sucks is that it is on the side of the mountain and it's gonna get cold, so depending on when we encounter it, that may be a problem for me without fur gear, but we'll have to see how that goes. Oh my goodness, these trees are not good for the health of the Gallimimus. I can't see where I'm going. Alright, I'll do it this way. I need to get across. Thank you. Okay, I think we're good. My main issue is that snakes will come out of these trees and kinda... You don't really want to be stuck on a mangrove when you're trying to get away from a snake. Or a sarco. Oh god, we're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck. Like, I can't get out. I hate this so much. These trees. Like, we're gonna die because I got stuck. Get out of here. Alright, so that is why I hate the swamps and also why I didn't want to take a Gallimimus out. Because we're gonna have a really big problem getting away from the Sarco now. I'm pretty sure it's behind us. Yep. Get away from me. The swamp is my second favorite place, and now you know why. Alright. We should be okay now, but that's really... This is starting to annoy me quite a lot. Because as you can see, that's basically how I lose most of my animals. I don't really lose them in combat so much as I lose them to stupid things like getting stuck in a mangrove. I actually lost my first frog that very same way. And we're gonna have to run by these guys. I know I didn't bother getting the saddle. The reason for that is that we're not taming another Gallimimus, so it doesn't matter at all. Because this is the end of this playthrough, so at this point, what we have for animals is what we're going with, and I just didn't need the Gallimimus. Um, that's still really disappointing though. That was exactly why I didn't want to bring the Gallimimus out. If their hitbox wasn't so bad, we would have been able to get free. Yeah, hopefully we make it home because um, my ghillie armor is going to be really hard to replace. Just because I have to go all the way back up to the snow and I really don't want to do that. Oh, and we're so close to the end. So, I was thinking about leveling the Brontos some more, but that's only a level 12 alpha. I mean, even at level 12, they're very deadly, so I'm not saying, like, run up to one and throw a spear at its face. But I don't think I'm going to have to do any special leveling on top of what we've already done, I don't think. I think what levels we do get just on the way over there should be sufficient. I mean, they're gonna be mate boosted. Um, they both have 300 melee, which isn't super duper high, but um, I think that is still pretty good for a Bronto because I've been putting most of their points into HP. So by the time we get to the Alpha Rex, they will both have 30k HP or so. So I think we have a pretty good chance of actually taking them down. And depending if the Alpha Rex goes down, like, not quite easily, it's gonna be a battle either way. But if it goes down um, without damaging too much, I really like a black Gallimimus. I will try to look around and find the second Alpha Rex, and maybe we'll just um, kill that one as well, depending on what level it is. Because the goal from way back in episode 1, the goal was to beat an Alpha T-Rex. I wasn't specific on levels, and the reason for that being that I have no idea how effective Battle Brontos are going to be on an Alpha Rex. They are pretty OP though, so I think our chances are good. I'm not sure if I want to really risk swimming across here. Stick our face in. We're fine. The only issue is going to be if that raptor decides to run at us, which I think it probably will. Fortunately, I am actually fast enough to outrun raptors, because Ark is so very realistic. Alright, we're almost back. Maybe they should have put plant decks on this side too. I may actually just skip the recrafting everything step. Technically all I would need is like a torch or something if it gets cold. But I think I should be okay. As long as we don't fight it like in the middle of the night. And I think we're gonna have a day attack just because then I can actually see what's going on, which is really important when you're in a very... you go, close up of a turtle and a nixie fighting. I don't know why they fight like that. That's a little bit weird. But that's basically what's going on. We are getting ready for battle. As you can see, Thunder here is actually still regening his HP from when I took him out yesterday to level him up. Gaia should be mostly good, yeah. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna basically start moving these two guys out and heading towards that alpha. And that's probably gonna take quite a while because they are very slow even with my little technique for moving them. It is still a very good distance for a Bronto. I am gonna try to level up along the way as well, so it is going to take a bit longer than it would otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode.